Welcome to Module 3, Culture, Integration, and Training. Lesson 3.1, Designing the 30, 60, 90-Day Training Plan. Taking a disparate group of hundreds of newly hired individuals and transforming them into a fully competent, high-performing hotel workforce is a massive logistical challenge. This level of alignment does not happen by accident. It requires a rigidly engineered structural blueprint. Building a competent workforce from scratch mirrors the physical construction of the hotel itself. You must lock in exact sequential dependencies, otherwise the system fails. In pre-opening operations, the industry-standard pacing mechanism for this process is the 30, 60, 90-day training plan. This schedule must be completely developed, fully budgeted, and synchronized precisely with the physical handover of the building before the first training sessions ever commence. It operates as a strict risk mitigation tool. By controlling the focus of learning over time, the plan moves the staff systematically from general cultural integration to highly specific technical mastery. Phase 1 spans days 1 through 30 of the plan. During this initial window, leadership is directed exclusively by the human resources leader and the general manager. Their primary objective is establishing a rigorous cultural and administrative baseline across the entire staff. The general orientation dictates brand history and core values and outlines the employee value proposition, grounding expectations for what the organization provides. Simultaneously, Phase 1 addresses legal requirements, securing mandatory safety protocols and labor law documentation. Every employee is required to complete standardized compliance modules, covering exact protocols for anti-harassment and data privacy. To manage this, HR must engineer a centralized, measurable tracking system to guarantee 100% completion of these mandatory modules within this brief timeframe. This phase introduces key operating systems: the property management system, the point of sale, and the HR information system. At this stage, they are taught at a high conceptual level to demonstrate how they form a unified ecosystem, not at a granular level. You might ask why granular technical training is intentionally delayed during the first 30 days. Establishing a unified identity first prevents tribalism. Before an employee becomes a specialized bartender or desk agent, they share the exact same brand DNA. Phase 1 serves as the organizational bedrock. Without this unified cultural foundation, subsequent technical training will inevitably fragment into disconnected departmental silos. Phase 2 covers days 31 through 60, marking the transition of leadership from HR directly to the department heads. The curriculum shifts immediately from broad cultural concepts to intensive, role-specific technical competency. The primary instructional tools for this block are standard operating procedures. Housekeeping staff master step-by-step cleaning sequences and chemical usage protocols. Simultaneously, front office agents master check-in and check-out protocols, along with upselling techniques executed directly within the PMS. The conceptual system overviews of Phase 1 are now replaced by granular, keystroke-level execution. However, training strictly within specialized silos naturally creates operational blind spots across the hotel's ecosystem. To bridge these blind spots, the plan mandates structured cross-training. This requires specialized staff to understand the mechanics of neighboring departments, building operational empathy and systemic understanding. Phase 2 strictly concludes with formal job skill assessments. These assessments act as mandatory validation gates. An employee must prove their technical readiness before they are allowed to interact with a guest. This phase engineers mechanical perfection. It ensures every individual knows exactly how to execute their specific function within the machinery of the hotel. Phase 3 covers days 61 through 90, marking the critical transition from the simulated classroom environment to the live operational floor. This period aligns perfectly with the property's soft opening, introducing real-world variables into the operation. The pedagogical objective shifts away from the rote memorization of an SOP toward fluid, real-time execution. The hotel operation must now function as a fully fluid ecosystem, where every individual component moves together with perfect synchronization. The ultimate test of Phase 3 is mastering interdepartmental service flow. Consider real-time data transfers. The front desk receives a guest request and communicates it seamlessly to food and beverage using the PMS. This seamless transfer is only possible because baseline communication was established in Phase 1 and technical mastery validated in Phase 2. The final deliverable of Phase 3 is layering emotional intelligence on top of that technical execution. Delivering the brand promise requires staff to read subtle guest cues and adapt their SOPs dynamically to the situation at hand. Phase 3 transforms mechanical competency into luxury hospitality, proving that true service flow is the direct result of layered, sequential capability building. A common misconception in the industry is that operational readiness can be fast-tracked by skipping cultural integration and dropping new hires straight into technical training. This creates a phenomenon known as the training cram. Attempting to execute cultural, technical, and live environment training simultaneously completely overwhelms the human cognitive load. This chaotic approach directly results in massive staff burnout well before opening day arrives. It guarantees fragmented, poor service execution because interdepartmental flow was never structurally established. By strictly segmenting general cultural integration from highly specialized departmental silos, management applies its time and resources with maximum operational efficiency. The 30, 60, 90-day training plan is the strict architectural blueprint taught at the highest levels of management to ensure a guaranteed path to operational excellence.